Hey folks, welcome to my channel. My name's Sean, and this is probably the most awkward thing I've ever done in my life, but I've made a couple life changes, midlife crisis, whatever you like to call them. Came out of corporate America, made a decision last December that I was going to step away from it. Had some health problems, really wasn't enjoying what I was doing. Gave me a great life, but I just had enough. My body had taken a toll, needed something different. So I decided that I was going to leave corporate America and kind of embark on my own journey. And so what I did is I took a couple months off. I went out to Southeast Asia, out to Philippines and Thailand. I love to scuba dive. Living here in Middle Tennessee, there isn't a lot of opportunity to scuba dive. So I spent a couple months out there. Was able to meet my niece in Greece on the way back to the States. And when I got back to the States, decided to put my farm up for sale and have another property that I'm selling. And yeah, I'm gonna step away and just go on a little journey, I guess, a journey in life. So this whole channel is dedicated to my experiences, my travels, scuba diving. I'm going to sailing school in August for 3 months. Packing up and moving over to Southeast Asia. Really no idea what the hell I'm doing. But before I go, which will be the beginning of July, we'll spend a little time here, and maybe what we'll do is go over and see my buddy John right now. He's working on actually shoeing some of his horses. He's got a channel on YouTube, and he's actually the one that kind of inspired me to get going. So I'm going to apologize in advance for the shoddy video quality, audio quality, character impersonations of a guy that actually thinks he knows what he's doing, but he doesn't have a clue what he's doing. But hopefully he'll stick along for the ride. I think there's going to be some pretty cool stuff. I'm going to share a little bit with my life here in Middle Tennessee until I leave for the Philippines, and then I head over to Thailand for sailing school. So stick around. I'm not here for sponsors. I'm not here for money. I'm just here as a way to share my life and document some of my travels and some of my doings. And I don't do a very good job of journaling, so I figured, what the heck? I'll try this. Can't read what I write anyways, so I'm not sure my videos will come out any better. Anyways, let's go see John, see what he's up to, and yeah, we'll sign off for the day. So this is my shop. I've been in this place for about 8 years. I had cattle here. I grew up on a horse farm in Michigan. Lived in London for a bit. After London, I was burned out from the city. Our headquarters here in the United States are in Nashville. I said no to city life, and yeah, I bought this place 8 years ago. I don't even know if the camera was on me. So if anybody has any tips, you can leave them in the comment. But this is my casa, mi casa, my tractor. That's the barn. That's where John's at. Doghouse. Unfortunately, I had a dog pass away last year, Mufasa. He was a big mastiff, hell of a guy. And last month, my little girl Sapphire, she passed away. She was 16. Mufasa was 10. So I got rid of the cows before I went to Asia, and so it's just me out here, and I'm ready for the next chapter. But let's go stop in and say hi to John. John? How you doing?
Man, good, good. How about you?
Good, man. I'm filming, so don't be afraid.
Well, that's perfect.
So, you have the luxury of being on the first video. Say hi, John.
How's it going, fellas?
He's got a channel. I'm gonna put that in the comments when I figure out what the heck I'm doing. But let me guess, that's Boom?
This is Boom.
So right now he's shooing Boom. This is Gus. And they are workhorses. So John does logging. He's got an awesome YouTube channel. Definitely worth checking out, and just wanted to come over and say hi. But I'm gonna bring John back on. We already talked about it. He's the one that gave me this idea. His channel's gonna be a hell of a lot better than mine, but
No, not even a little bit.
whatever.
Not even a little bit.
But these boys are amazing. And he takes such good care of them, and they've been a joy to have up here outside of the flies. Although, Gus, how you doing? Don't worry, when he's done, I'm gonna bring you another apple, okay? Just don't tell him, okay? You don't tell on me, we'll be okay. Say hi to everybody. Boom, I'm gonna let you do your thing, brother. All right, John, I'll be back. We're gonna get some time.
Don't run off.
Don't.
Hang out, whatever.
Well, I'm gonna let you do your thing. I know you're working, so. All right, we'll go walk around the farm a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Cool, man.
Those horses are so amazing. I mean, I grew up with quarter horses, not work horses. Yeah, they were, those two boys, he only works them 3 days a week. He doesn't work them very hard. I know probably there's a lot of people that say, oh my God, they do logging. Well, listen, they love to get out in the woods with them. It's just him and the two horses. Like I said, you should really check out his channel. It's so cool. As a matter of fact, is one of these days before I leave, we're gonna go out to my property in Perry County. I have 253 acres out there, and I got some hardwoods I'm gonna have them look at, and who knows, maybe we'll pull some logs off there and you'll see the horses out there in Perry County. But so this is my house. It is under contract. If the appraiser ever shows up. It was built by a guy who was a singer-songwriter. So this was a recording studio. He sold it to another guy who was a musician. I love karaoke, but I'm not a singer. So that I turned into a guest house. This is the main house here. I don't even know how I'm supposed to be holding this thing. So I'm sure there's critics that'll give me some pointers, and listen, I love the pointers, help me out. But yeah, like I said, I've lived here for 8 years. House is under contract now. So we're coming into the home stretch. It's my owl decoy, keeping the woodpeckers away. Lived here 8 years. Not one woodpecker until I'm getting ready to leave. So anyways, big house for one person. It's always been me here. And people always ask me, why do I live here by myself in such a big house? Well, this is the reason why. I love it here. I mean, I absolutely love it here. But like I said, you know, I've done pretty good for myself. I am blessed. There's no doubt about that. But if I was to stay here, I'd have to continue working. Whereas, you know, I can sell some of my properties, keep my investments going, and just, you know, live a nice, easy life out east. So more to come, folks. I'm going to sign off. That's a little bit for the first video. I'm going to spend some more time with John, maybe later on today, tomorrow. We're actually going to ride out to the property. So, God, I don't know. This thing's so close to my face. Sorry about that. I probably should have stayed in the shop. But yeah, so stick around. There's going to be some more farm life until I leave. I got some family coming in, probably do a little bit of smoking some meat this weekend and a little pool time. And after that, I'll head east, do some scuba diving before sailing, and like to share it all with you folks. So feel free to come along. I will talk to you later. Take care. All right, so I wrapped it up. I came inside and I'm bored. So we're gonna go back and spend a little time with John and Gus and Boom. Hope that's all right. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing. So, but I know one thing, I can't sit still very long. So if somebody in constant motion or ADD or anything like that, you know, drives you nuts, probably don't want to hang out here. But you'll see some pretty cool stuff. Scuba diving. I'll send some pictures. I'll drop some pictures in one of these videos of my last trip to the Philippines. John, we're coming back out. I got bored. So we're going to talk to you.
Well, come on. I don't know if it's gonna be any more exciting here, but
Well, yeah, these boys are pretty exciting. So John, tell them a little bit about what you do here. I did, and I butchered it, I'm sure, but I told them that you log with the horses and
Yeah, so what we do, all we do is specialize in select cut, and basically because we use the horses, we're able to do a lot more precise work and a lot more easier on what we leave behind and whatnot. So, the big boys, the equipment's getting bigger and bigger, and going faster and faster, and hitting the woods harder and harder. So it's just a different. It's just a different job, different quality of work, and yeah, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the horses. I enjoy being in the woods. I enjoy what we do. We get to go in, take out the old declining trees. The trees are dying. One thing I didn't really appreciate growing up is that maintenance of the woods is really important. We can look at places like California and other places where they've basically shut the loggers down or the maintenance of the woods down, and it doesn't lead to good things. Big wildfires, big problems. So it's not good for the wildlife, it's not good for anybody. So yeah, I'm really blessed, and God's just opened up doors for me to do something that
Awesome.
I really enjoy doing. So,
And how long have you had Gus and Boom?
5 years now.
5 years.
Yep, over 5 years now.
And they are brothers. And what's their breed again?
American Brabants. It's a fairly new breed. That's a mouthful.
Keep going.
It's a fairly new breed. I think they started in 2000 or 97, something like that. And the idea is to bring back the old school workhorse. That's the goal. Not the show horse, not the arena horse, not the carriage horse, but the old school pre-World War II workhorse. People forget, or it's interesting if you think about it. Everything, all the crops, all the fields, all the woods, all the work that used to be done with equipment now used to be done with horses. But if you look at the old photos and stuff, it's a very different.
Just wasn't okay. So you were saying about World War II. I'll try to figure out. Well, my brother-in-law's coming in. He'll figure out how to edit this.
It's good to know people.
Dude, I don't know anything. I think I got a great video of my nostril hair. So, so you're talking about it beeped in at World War II and the profile of the horses back then, and
Yeah.
how it kind of got away from that.
Yeah, they used to have, it was all about the workers just getting the work done in an efficient manner. And after World War II and the tractor came in, the breeding really became more about what looks good and what's impressive and all that type of stuff. So it changed a lot of things with the mindset of the horses, changed a lot of things with the physical conformation, changed the horses, and the idea is try to get back to the old school, just plain workhorse, nothing fancy, but just plain workhorse.
Yeah, and I told him a little bit when I was walking out. Yeah, I mean, you only work them 3 days a week.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about how much work they do. You don't really run them up the hills and down the hills. They're short distances. They love to be out in the woods. So
Yeah.
all those PETA lovers out there, just relax. They're
Yeah, it's just like humans, you know, we can look at humans that just sit around, don't have a job, don't do anything, don't have a purpose, and we see really negative things come from that. And you can also see examples of humans being overworked and broke down early and poor nutrition and everything else. So, you know, just like we want good things for us and our fellow man, we want good things for our horses, you know, meaning, purpose, health, good food, good exercise, and yeah, these guys, everybody gets around them. It's always, oh, they're such good boys. They're just good, this, that, and other. Well, a lot of that is because they have a purpose.
Yeah.
They have a job. Their only thing is in life is not to exist and to eat and poop. You know?
Unless they're up here.
Well.
Apples.
Apples, that's right. There are
No,
treats.
I'm just joking.
There
I
are
mean,
treats.
you do come and get them, and I mean, it's great having them around. You get really stinking flies.
All in due time. All in due time. Now, something about you. Now, here, I'm gonna take your camera. All right. Something this guy right here will never say or talk about, but he inspired me. I got a jar of quarters and coins and dimes and stuff, and he inspired me the other day. He saved up his change for 8 years and gave it to a family that went through a really bad deal a while back. And it was like, you know, he won't ever talk about stuff like this, but young guys, there's a lot of knowledge there. There's a lot of miles underneath the clock, and he's a really good dude. Everybody works for him. Everybody comes in contact with him. Has nothing but good things to say. And young people or even older people, there's a lot to learn there. So I know
Thanks, bro.
I know he won't ever say that.
Nope.
So, you know, you got to pull it out of him sometimes.
I did not pay him for that shameless plug. All right, John, I'm gonna get out of your hair. Real quick, what's the name of your YouTube channel?
Down the Trail Logging.
And I'm gonna put the link in as soon as I figure out how to get this to YouTube and make sure it looks somewhat decent. I'm gonna put a link in so you can sign. I mean, it's incredible, and you'll see how he and the boys go out there and work. And you know, in the day of modern machinery and everybody's in such a hurry to get somewhere or do something real fast, it's kind of refreshing to watch your channel. And you know, every night I kind of fall asleep to ghost videos on YouTube. Well, you're starting to replace those. So, not that you're boring, but it's just that's what I watch at the end of the day.
It is a calm. It's not,
Yeah.
It is not rodeo. It's not yanking and jerking and being rough on the horses or anything. It is a calm, slow, disciplined pace. We shoot for the long term. We're not in it for the short term. So, yeah, it's not rodeo.
Awesome, brother. I'll let you get back to it.
Take care.
See you, man. All right, John Walker, Down the Trail.
Down Trail Logging.
Down the Trail Logging on YouTube. Like I said, well, I don't know. I guess they go up at the same time. So as soon as I figure out how to get this up, I'll figure out how to put his link in. Yeah, so first video, little day in Middle Tennessee, and then later on I'll maybe take you for a ride around the property. And supposed to have an appraiser coming in tomorrow. We're going through all the inspection stuff now. Electrician's supposed to come out tonight for a few things. It wasn't too bad. I tried to keep the house in really good shape, and I definitely want to leave it better than I got it from the previous owners. So yeah, so hopefully appraisal comes through. Either way, I'm still heading to Southeast Asia beginning of July, and then we'll be in the other side of the world coming to you. But until then, we're going to hang around Middle Tennessee, and I'll share a little bit of my life here with you. So you take care, folks. God bless, and yeah, stay tuned. Take care.